Hey everyone, and welcome. Today I've got a really special story for you. It's about a queen from ancient India and a wish she made that was so strange, it might just change how you see things. It all starts after a huge, giant war, but the most surprising part comes right after. I mean, really think about it. Have you ever, won the big game or gotten a perfect score on something, but inside you felt kinda empty? Or maybe you just really missed someone who wasn't there to share it with you. It's a funny feeling, isn't it? Well, believe it or not, that's right where our story kicks off. So let's meet our heroes. They're five amazing brothers called the Pandavas. Now, they had just won this massive, world-changing war. You'd think they'd be throwing the biggest party ever, right? I mean, they were kings again. But nope. Instead of cheering, there was just silence. So much sadness. Because to win that war, they had to lose people they loved very much. So just picture this. The Pandava brothers and their family, they all walk down to the famous holy Ganges River. But not to celebrate. They went there to remember. They stood in the water, and you could just feel how heavy their hearts were, thinking about all the friends and family who were gone. Now, their best friend, the amazing Krishna, was right there with them, helping them through it all. And after a while, he was getting ready to head home. But just when you think things might start getting better, bam, something absolutely terrifying happens. The danger was not over yet. Suddenly, a young queen, her name was Uttara, comes running, sprinting, towards Krishna's chariot. Her husband had been lost in the war, and now she was running for her life, shaking with pure terror. She's yelling out to Krishna, "Protect me, oh please protect me. There's a fiery, magical arrow coming right for me. It can burn me, that's okay, but please, you have to save my baby." You see, Uttara was going to have a baby, and that little baby was the last hope for their whole family. And this thing coming at her, it wasn't a normal arrow. It was a Brahmastra. Think of it like a magical superweapon, one of the most powerful things in the whole universe. And it was locked on its target. It was supposed to be unstoppable. So, what in the world could anyone do? Luckily, Uttara ran to exactly the right person. Krishna wasn't just some powerful friend, he was so much more. And one of the most special things about him is how much he loves his friends. There's a special word for it, Bhakta Vatsala. It just means he's super loving and protective of anyone who loves him. So when Krishna heard her cry, he didn't even hesitate. In a flash, using his own incredible energy, he put this tiny, invisible, but super powerful shield of light around the baby inside Uttara. So when that fiery weapon got there, it just fizzled out. Gone. The baby was totally safe. Phew, okay, deep breath, right? Everybody's safe. What a relief. So now the great Queen Kunti, who's the mom of the Pandava heroes, comes up to thank Krishna. But what she says next is probably one of the weirdest, most shocking things anyone had ever heard. She looks right at Krishna, the one who just saved her entire family line, and says, "Let all those calamities come again and again." Wait, what? Did you hear that right? She asked for more bad things to happen? Seriously? Why would anyone say that? I mean, these people had just been through the worst stuff imaginable. A horrible war, they were poisoned, someone tried to burn them alive in a house of wax, they were kicked out of their own kingdom. And now, a magical fire arrow. Why would she want more of that? Well, here is her big secret. Queen Kunti realized that when life is easy, when everything is just fine and dandy, it's really easy to forget what's actually important. But when they were in trouble, Krishna was always there. For her, being in danger meant she could feel Krishna's love and his protection right there with her. And that feeling, that was worth more than anything. So for Queen Kunti, true wealth, real treasure, wasn't about wearing a crown or living in a big castle. Nope. It was that feeling of being connected, that warm, loving friendship with Krishna. She figured out that when it feels like you have nothing left, you actually have the most important thing there is: love. It was all about what her heart truly wanted. This whole idea of loving someone so much that you'd rather have hard times with them than easy times without them, it's pretty incredible. And, Queen Kunti understood another little secret about Krishna that shows just how powerful this kind of love really is. To get it, she thought about this adorable story. One time, when Krishna was just a little kid, he got into some mischief and broke a pot of butter. His mom, Yashoda, saw him and playfully picked up a rope like she was going to tie him up. And Krishna, who is so powerful that even fear itself is afraid of him, looked up at his mom with these big, teary eyes and pretended to be scared. Kunti knew what that meant. The most powerful person in the universe lets himself get caught by simple, pure love. Her love was so big that she made an even more mind-blowing prayer. She asked Krishna to please help her cut her attachments, even to her own amazing family. No, this isn't because she didn't love them. Of course she did. It was more like she wanted her heart to be a giant spotlight, with all of its light and all of its love shining only on him. And this was her final, most beautiful wish. She prayed that her love would just flow to Krishna all the time, without her even having to think about it. Just like a big river always flows down to the ocean. You don't have to tell a river where to go, right? It just goes. That's the kind of unstoppable, natural love she wanted. So Queen Kunti's totally surprising prayer teaches us something really powerful. Sometimes the hardest times in our lives bring us the best gifts, because they remind us of what and who is really important. It kind of makes you stop and think, doesn't it? After hearing her story, what's the most important thing you're thankful for? Thanks for listening today.